Welcome! Today we're going to be doing a full solo playthrough of Adventure of D 2nd Edition. Oh yeah! So I'm actually going to be doing a few playthrough videos of this game because I want to show you all the different ways that you can modify and play this game in different ways. And what I mean by that is, what's neat is the designer has uploaded on BoardGameGeek.com solo stages for this game. And what he's done is the solo stages are a structured way to play the game that progressively makes it more difficult and adds different layers to the game and modifies how the game is set up. And what's neat is those solo stages, they ultimately get you ready for playing the hardest mode of the game, which is the 3-part solo campaign, which is called the Portal of Chaos. So that being said, today we're going to be doing what is technically solo stage 3, but personally I like to consider this as the standard way of playing. And I should mention too, this game does have 2 versions. So there is Adventure of D 2nd Edition, the base game, and then there is the base game plus the upgrade pack. So for what we're going to be doing today, you're only going to need the base version of the game. Although I do have the upgrade pack. And really what that does is it upgrades these little tokens that are going to represent your people, and it gives me a few more cards to play with that you're not going to see present here. So, that being said, let's dive in. So, the story goes that Elzuf, the evil wizard, has put a curse over the land, and now you, our adventurer of this story, must make your way to the Tower of Death, which in this game is going to be located right here, and you need to defeat the evil wizard Elzuf in his Tower of Death. So, what we're going to be doing is essentially, to get to the Tower of Death, boop, 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 here we go. There's different requirements to beat this room, or I say room, this location, and actually defeat Elzuf, but the very base location to get in to defeat him, or I say base location, the base, what's the word? The base requirement, there you go. You have to get to room 1, and you have to have your agility, your strength, intelligence, and agility have to be greater than or equal to 6. So pretty much what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be traveling to all these different locations and trying to get my different stats to all add up to 6 or greater so I can go to the Tower of Death and try and take on Elzuf. So for this game, I'm going to be playing as the Amazon. I have randomly drawn that character, and what's neat is all of these location cards that you see in front of you, they're actually all double-sided. So if we look at the Forest of Gloom, here's one side, and there's an effect on the bottom, which tells you what you can do at this location. And if you flip it over, it's a different location, and it has different, I guess, location actions that you can do on it. So that's why I kind of like to consider this the standard way to play. So what I've done is I've essentially randomized all the locations here. I've shuffled them out randomly, and I flipped a coin for each location to determine what side I'm going to be playing on. So that being said, the way we start, we draw a card, and oh nice. What we do is, so we determine what our character's starting stats are going to be. And what you're going to notice is these cards are going to have a lot of information on them. But for the most part, I'm only going to be looking at the color and number in the top left, unless I tell you otherwise. So what I'm seeing here is it's a 3, and the background is white, which means it's neutral. So as far as my character's starting stats, I have the ways to keep track of your character stats. So you've got the strength, intelligence, and agility. If it's neutral, that means I can choose what starting stat I want to start with. And what I'm thinking is, you start here in the Castle of Light. I can already see the Forest of Gloom. This is one way to upgrade my agility, and I've got the Mountain of Mage, which is one way to upgrade my intelligence. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by doing the agility. And what I do is I start with that as a 1, boop, and that's how you track it. You kind of put it under, and you've got the little icons for their stats right there. I've seen some people use dice, but I've just been using the cards that came with the game. So that's my character starting stat. I start in the Castle of Light. I draw 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And like I mentioned, all I care about is the color and the number in the top left for the cards that are in my hand. And personally, what I like to do is I like to organize them by color and from lowest to highest value. There we go. So I can see I've got yellow, 2 whites, 3 blues, and I've got some numbers. So that's my starting hand, and I start with 4 magic, which is going to be the number shown up top here. And now we're ready to begin the game. So what's cool is the game comes with a nice little reference card right here that summarizes pretty much everything for you. They very impressively fit the whole rulebook on this double-sided card. So the way we start is we reveal 2 events. So when you reveal event, now you don't care about this number. Well, I say you don't care about the number, but you care about the color. So I'll turn it to the side, and the event is going to go on top of the location Garden of Mushrooms. So it is here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the Garden of Mushrooms over there. And now for this event, I can actually only do the action, or I say event, for this location. When I go to Garden of Mushrooms, I can only do this action. Typically, once you do the action at the location, you can get rid of that event. But what it's done is it's covered up a different action that I could do at Garden of Mushrooms, which for Garden of Mushrooms, if you have Strength, Intelligence, and Agility all at 1 or greater, I can increase another stat. But I'm not going to be able to do that, and instead, I'm going to have to go against this person, which is the Old Fool. And it looks like this card is going to give me a way to heal, which healing in this game gives you more cards. So that's event 1. Event 2, which is now at the Old Village of Dew. Let's see, where is that one in this game? Here it is. So instead of being able to discard a purple card, which is a strength, which I don't have, or pink, whatever you want to say, and teleport to location, this guy takes over, which is the red Goblork. And actually what's nice about this one is, so it's an enemy I can fight, and I would fight him, and I'd have to beat him for a value of 10 strength, but if I win, I get to increase my strength stat. So that's not bad, but we'll see how everything plays out. So that being said, now we're ready to play the game. So, and I think what I'm going to do is, and like I said, I really just want to hard focus on getting my skills as high as I can. And what I'm seeing right off the bat is, I've got these 3 blue cards right here, which they're agility, but I just think of them as in colors. And what I see at the Forest of Gloom, the ability on this location is if I discard 2 of my blue cards with a total power of less than or equal to 4, I get to increase that agility stat. And I've got that right here. A 1 and a 3 is going to be less than or equal to 4. So I'm right off the bat, I want to go there and do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my character to the Forest of Gloom. And when you move, what you need to do is you need to sacrifice a card out of your hand, and you need to play it. I'm going to move these down a little bit, as your move card. So what's important about this is I've played this card. It has a value of 2, and now what I need to do is I need to check and see if I encounter an enemy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip this card. Nice. It's a value of a 3, which means is I compare this check to the danger level of the location. So for Forest of Gloom, this skull shows me that the danger value is 2. So if I was equal to or less than 2, I would then fight a shadow for a value of 2, which is the move card that I played. But because it is a 3 versus the 2, I don't end up fighting a shadow there, and we are safely traveling to the Forest of Gloom. So that's how you move. And now, and I should mention, the way the turns work in this game is you can take as many move and actions as you want to until you want to rest. And pretty much what I'm going to want to do is I want to use all of these cards to perform as much movement and actions as I can. Again, so I can get my values all the way up to 6 or greater total, so I can go fight Elzuf in the Tower of Death. So let's do the action at the Forest of Gloom, which says discard 2 blue cards with a total power less than or equal to 4. So I'm going to discard these 2, which is exactly 4, and now I get to increase my agility to 2. Perfect. And now, let's see, what do I want to do? You know, I might... See, I'm kind of looking around the board here. So I could go fight this red Goblork. I would have to go against a strength value of 10. And when I fight him, I don't need an actual red card to match it, but it is nice because if I did that, I get a heal and gain a card. But a strength value of 10, I only have... I've got 4s, which is good. And you'll see when we fight things, I'll draw a card to add to the value of what I played, but I know that it only goes up to 5 in that deck, so I'm not going to be able to beat him. So I don't really want to do that. And I think I could go to the Great Chasm, and normally you can't go there, but my Amazon, her special ability is you may move to the Great Chasm. Typically the only way to get there is by teleporting, which, let's see, Woods of Mana does that, and some of the items that you might be able to acquire do that. And, you know, I think, but to go here, to do the Great Chasm's ability, I have to lose 1 on 1 stat and discard 2 cards of the same color to then increase another one, which I don't have. So I think what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to move to the Village of Dawn. And this one's going to be a little risky, but let's do it. So I'm going to play this 4 as my move card, and you'll see why I'm doing that. So move to the Village of Dawn. I'm checking my travels versus a value of 1. It's a 4, so that means I don't encounter this shadow. And then I'm going to do the action here on Village of Dawn, which is Study. And I can do it once per turn. I can discard a yellow card or an item, and I can learn a skill. So I'm going to do that. And the way you learn the skills is you go to the character deck here, flip it over, and this is the Hobbit. And what I get is I get their skill, which is Determination, which right after you play a test card, for each yellow that I discard, I get +2 to my test card. So test cards are going to be when I'm going against these actions, like fighting these people. So that is a very good card to have. I've actually won the game with that before. So that being said, I think I'm going to rest because I could move again. I could do more actions, but if I kill this last card, see, your hand is actually your health in the game as well. So if I were to move and discard this card, then I would kill myself. So I don't want to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end my turn and I'm going to rest. And again, what's nice is you've got this nice little reference sheet. So when I rest, I can discard as many cards as I want. Again, not going to discard this because I'm going to kill myself. And then I get to draw back up to the number of cards of 6 minus the danger value of the location I'm at. So it's pretty important where you rest because I chose Village of Dawn, so it's a danger value of 1. So I get to do 6 minus 1. So I get to draw back up to 5 cards. So I've got 1, 2, 3, nice. 4 and 5, cool. So I got 2 yellows, and see, these 2 yellows are good, but my head's going, if I can get to Mountain of Mage, if I discard 2 yellows less than or equal to 4, I get to bump up my intelligence stat, but I've got 5, so that is okay. So anyways, that's drawing back up. The next part of rest is I get to gain the amount of magic equal to the danger level of my location. So here we go. The 4 is going to become a 5, and these are double-sided. All your values max out at 8, so you can't go higher than that. And then now we go to the last part of the turn, which is I now do pacing. So what I've done is this is considered a medium difficulty game. These are going to be my timer cards. So I'm going to kill one of these timer cards and put it back over on the character deck. I have 6 of them in this deck. So if at any point in time I need to draw a timer card, but there are no timer cards left, I immediately lose because Elzuf has taken over the land. So I kill one. I've got 5 in here now, and I take the discards. I put them on the bottom of the deck. There's no shuffling. And now we're ready to begin the next turn. So we'll do locations again. Or I say locations, events. This one goes to the Plane of Sorrow, which is over here. And now here's the important thing for the locations, or I guess the events now. See how this one has the pink in the top right? You can only ever have one color for the events out at a single time. So if I were to put this here at the Plane of Sorrow, boop, then this one, because it's another pink card, this one would actually go away. And that's what I'm going to do. And one thing I haven't mentioned, you can, if I wanted to, I could defer and not, or I guess I could have discarded this Plane of Sorrow card by either spending 2 magic or discarding one of my power cards, but sometimes that helps. It's kind of situational. For me, I'm kind of thinking, okay, this one's no better than the other one that I got rid of, so it's the same difference to me. Why waste my resources? And now, what do you know? Another pink one. I swear I shuffled the deck. This is Lake of Hope. And I can see here it's a Goblin Traveler. If I lose, I get 2 magic, and if I win, I get this item, which the item is here would be reveal a new event or discard a card, which, yeah, that's fine, why not? And, you know, I'm not too concerned about it because, or not too picky about that location, because I already know that to get there, I've got to do a lot of moving. I got to get past a 4 danger and a 3, and I'm probably not going to go there. And I could go the other way around the map because it wraps around, but then I've got to go through this 4 location, so don't really want to do that either. Yeah, so that being said, now it's the main phase of the turn again. Let's move and do what we can. So, ooh, you know what? I think I'm actually gonna, I might bite my words actually. I think I'm actually gonna go to the Woods of Mana, because at the Woods of Mana, I can get a Fairy Dust, and for one of the conditions to beat the Tower of Death, to get through Room 2, I either have to discard a Fairy Dust or I shock 1, which means I discard a random card from my hand. So let's actually do that, because I can do this now. So I'm going to move to the Woods of Mana, and I'm going to spend, let's do this 2 as the move card. It's pretty likely I'm going to fight it, because it's a danger value of a 4, and the cards only go up to 5. Yeah, so it's a 3. Hey, this is going to be our first shadow that we fight. So, because it's a 3, that means I have to fight this level 2, or I say level 2, a health of 2 shadow. So, the way this works is I can either discard a power card that is equal to or greater than the 2, or I can spend magic. And I'm just going to spend magic on this one, so my 5 is going to become a 3. And the only downside to spending magic is I get rid of it, and it's great, but if I were to have discarded one of my cards from my hand, I would have actually gotten 2 more magic instead of losing 2, but that's fine. I don't I don't necessarily need to gain magic right now. So that is that, and now we're ready to move on. So, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the test at Woods of Mana, so catch a fairy. I'm going against an agility value of a 4, and what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to play this as my test card, and what happens is if the test card that I play when I'm going up against this one, if it matches colors, I get to heal 1, so I get to draw 1 card and add it to my hand. And hey, what do you know? It's a blue one. Nice. Personally, I kind of like the lower values for the cards, because a lot of times that'll let me get extra stats from these, because they have to be less than or equal to 4. Excuse me. So that is that, and then although I've already beaten this test, you actually get to, because it's a blue test, I add whatever my stat is to this value, so that would be a 6, and then you actually then, after that, it's pretty overkill on this one, I get to draw another card, and I get to add this value to this. So actually for this whole test, I had 4 plus 2, which is 6, plus 5, which is 11, and you bet your butt I caught that fairy. Yeah. So, okay, you win, you get a Fairy Dust, and the Fairy Dust are always items on the back of the character cards, and what these are is when I meet a shadow, I could trash this Fairy Dust card to immediately destroy it instead of spending resources, but like I said, I kind of want this for the Tower of Death. So, okay, yeah, so that's that action, and your items, they are kept here. So now, what do I want to do next? Oh, and you can only ever have 1 Fairy Dust at a time, so it's not like I can keep doing it. I guess it would be cool, but that's okay. Let's see. If I did Garden of Mushrooms, what's under there? So I need to have everything over 1. I haven't learned this skill yet. I can discard a card and spend 1. Oh, you know what? Actually, I'm going to take on this goblin at the Lake of Hope. And that's going to be a little bit riskier, but let's see if I can do it. And what is underneath the Lake of Hope? Oh, Tranquility. Okay, yeah, let's do that. So, boop. Okay, Lake of Hope. I got to play a move card, and see, I like these 1s. But you know what? I think I'm going to get rid of the yellow one, because I kind of want to keep this blue one, because it seems like I'm going to be focusing more on this to get that value up. So, okay, so that's my move card. Boom, it's a 4, which is greater than the 2, so I do not fight the shadow. And now I'm going to do the action on the Lake of Hope, which is going up against the Goblin Traveler. And I don't have to match the value for my test card, but I say match the value. I don't have to match the color, but the only thing is when I don't match the colors, I don't get a heal. So I play the 4. I'm going up against the 6. I don't have any strength stats, so I don't add anything to it. And now I draw a card. Oh, yeah. So it's a 5. That gets added to the 4, which is a 9, which means I beat the Goblin Traveler. So as a result, it says win. I get the item. Huzzah. And the item is on the other side of here. And item scroll of power. Reveal a new event or discard an event on any location. So that is pretty good. And I think what I'm going to do next is, I'm actually going to use the action now at the regular Lake of Hope, which is Tranquility. Once per turn, I get to cycle X. I decide X. So essentially what that means is I get to discard as many cards as I want and draw new ones. So I'm going to just discard that 4, draw this one. Oh, nice. It's a 1 for the strength. And, man, I'm not in the best spot, but I think I'm going to hold steady here, and I'm going to end my turn here. So, and the reason I'm saying I'm not in the best spot is because the danger level is 2, but I can't really move anywhere here, or here to get out of to get more cards at the end of my turn. So, anyways, okay. Well, there we go. So, that's my turn. Now we rest. I draw back up to 6 minus the danger value, which is going to be 4. So that's 3, and that's 4. Hey, 2 5s. And now I get as much magic equal to the danger level. So I go to 5. Boop. And then after this, we now do our pacing. So this card goes away. This card deck goes underneath. So now I've got 4 cards left in my pacing deck. Boop. And we're ready to begin the game. I say game, next turn. So events. I've got Castle of Light. So that is going to be my starting location. So I'm just going to put that one there. That might actually be a good place to get to, because if I can... that's going to be tough. I don't have many cards. But yeah, we'll see how we do it, because I can get a strength stat for going there. And Swamp of Tales. Ooh, this might actually be really good. Ooh, nice. And and because this is a neutral location, this guy goes away. So the Swamp of Tales, I kind of like this one because I can check 2 and I can take an item if I get one from that. So actually, yeah, let's move to the Swamp of Tales. So let's play. I got a plan. Let's play this guy as my move card to go here. I'm going up against a 2. Oh, it's a 2, so it's equal to, so it has to be greater. So since it's equal to the danger level, I do have to fight this shadow. I'm just going to spend 1 magic to get rid of it, because I don't have that many cards. So this is going to go to a 4. Boop. Okay, yeah, good enough, none of you, perfect. And now I'm going to do the action at the Swamp of Tales, which says Rusty Chest. Check 2. I can take 1 item if there are any. So 1, 2, and dang, this card almost never works for me. There's no items on it because they would be these green things on the this bottom part of the card. So that didn't work out for me, but that is okay because I think it's all gonna work out. I could do the action at the Swamp of Tales, which is show 3 strength cards, but I don't have those. So what I'm instead gonna do is I'm gonna move to the Castle of Light, and oh man, I really hope I don't have to fight something here, but let's go to the Castle of Light. So I got to play a move card, and normally I'd play the 1, but I actually want to get a low card for the Forest of Gloom to bump my stat up. So I'm going to be a little risky and play a 5 and hope that my movement check card is greater than the 1, which it is the 4. Nice, very good. Perfect. And now let's take on this Orc Warrior at the Castle of Light. So I'm going to go up against the Strength of 7 test. I'm going to play a card of 5. I don't have any strength, so I'm hoping that this is a 2 or greater. Oh, man. Just there. So that's a 3, that's an 8. So I end up beating the Orc Warrior, and for the victory, I get a Strength. So now I've got the Strength, which is right there. And, oh, shoot. I also have to cycle 1, which I think means... Oh, this has never happened to me, actually. Okay, well, I guess my plan was okay. Oh, crap. I think I just died, actually. um, yeah, so I cycle one and trash this card, which means if I cycle, that means I discard one card, which now I have no cards. I would gain a card because of the cycle. Dang, that stinks. And then I would trash this card, but because I had no cards for that instant, my HP was equal to 0. So if your HP is 0, continue the game. Okay, that's if you're playing multiplayer. But if your HP is 0 during your turn, get 1 magic. I heal 1. Oh, that might actually work out pretty well. So I get a magic, which is a 5. I heal 1, which means I get to draw another card. Okay, and actually, you know what? This might all be the same difference because I was going to end my turn here anyways. And immediately end your turn. Yeah, I think the result would have been the same, so very good. Okay, so now my turn's over, which is fine because that's what I was going to do anyways. So what do? I get to draw up to 6 minus the danger value, which is 0 here, which means I get the max cards. 3, 4, 5, 6. Nice. Well, that's a pretty good hand. Got a nice variety. And now I get magic equal to the danger level, which is 0. And now we do pacing. Boop. Already halfway through that deck. It's a pretty quick playing game. If I wasn't explaining every single thing to you. Okay, that is pacing, and now we're ready to reveal events for our next turn. Oh, shoot. I forgot on the last turn, so that might have changed this a little bit, but that's fine. The one thing I forgot to do is when I finished this event, yeah, that might have changed which one appeared, but that's okay. If there are no events on the location, the playing area, however you want to say it, you immediately, once you trash the last event, you would immediately draw one and reveal another one. So I should have done that, which actually, yeah, probably would have changed what showed up, but that's fine. So we're just going to put this one here at the Mountain of Mage. So that would have been for that, and now I reveal the 2 events for the beginning of the turn. So Garden of Mushrooms, and that's up here. Well, this one's interesting. I don't think I've ever seen this one. Strength is greater than 0. Oh, that's pretty cool. Strength plus 1. And trash this card. If it's greater than 0, then... Oh, if its strength equals 0. Okay, but if it's greater than 0, discard an item and shock 1. Interesting. You know what? I kind of like this Mountain of Mage card, because that's a way for me to get more strength. So actually, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to kill this Garden of Mushrooms by spending 2 magic. So now I'm going to have 3 magic here. And so now I reveal again, and it's still on my first event. So Mountain of Mage, I'm fine with this one. Whereas, oh man, that's where I want to go too. Dang. Oh, this is pretty good though. I like this one, because you can check a card, and whatever color it is... Ooh, that's very risky, but let's try it. Whatever color it is, you get that stat. But if it's neutral, you die. So... Okay, next event. Let's see. Swamp of Tales. Which is going to be over here. Oh, it's another neutral one. Dang. Huh. You know what, though? This might actually be okay. Because... Yeah, you know what? I think I'm going to go at this guy, Swamp of Tales, because... If I win, I get the item, which says, at the Forest of Gloom, I spend this item, which is right here, to then get another intelligence. So I kind of like that. But that means my Mountain of Mage is going away, and that might be fine, because this is more like conservative play. So, that being said, let's play the game. So, I'm going to move to the Swamp of Tales so I can go against the Young Ice Dragon. And I am going to... Ooh, this one is the... discard teleport. Oh, no, you know what? No. I'm not going to do this one just yet. Do I want to? Because I can go here. Because I just realized I have enough to immediately make my intelligence go up. Which would be nice. I'm thinking. Yeah, you know what? Because these are hard to get. So instead of moving there, I'm going to move up to Mountain of Mage to get the guaranteed points. And I'm going to spend this 2. We're checking against a 2. It's a 5, so I don't fight this shadow. And I'm going to do the action at Mountain of Mage, which is discard 2 yellow cards with total power of less than or equal to 4. So I do that, and this goes to 1. So right now I'm looking pretty good. I've got 4 total, and I need to be 6 to even enter the Tower of Death. So we're doing all right. Okay, so now what do I want to do? Honestly, I might play this turn a little conservatively because I like getting a lot of cards at the Castle of Light. Oh, you know, see, I could use this item, Scroll of Power. Oh, man. To reveal another event to give me more options, but you know what? I'm just going to play a little conservatively, go to the Castle of Light. I'm going to spend this. Oh, what do I want to spend? It's very likely I won't fight this thing, so let's spend this. It's a 2. Perfect. I don't fight anything. And now I'm going to choose to rest here. And with the rest, I get to draw back up to 6 because I'm at a danger level of 0. So 3, 4, 5, 6, and man, my hope was to get cards that added up to less than or equal to 4, but that did not work. That's fine. Yeah. I don't get any other magic, and now we do the pacing again. So I got 2 left in there. Discard goes to the bottom. Boop. And yeah, so let's reveal some events. Okay, Castle of Light. Oh boy, that's where I'm at. Ooh, cool. This actually works really well. Nice, because if I can win, I get a strength automatically. I don't even have to move anywhere. Fantastic. And now the Forest of Gloom. Oh, hey, about that. Uh-oh. So for the Forest of Gloom one, if I win that, I get agility. So hey, we might be able to do this. So, all right, let's do it. Let's go after. Yeah, let's do this Castle of Light one. Why not? So I'm gonna do the test card right here, which is gonna be a 6. I have an intelligence, so that's a 1. So that's gonna make it 7. Boom, +3, and I defeat it, and I get another intelligence. We're actually in really good shape. So I'm going to put that there. I defeated the Mind Challenge, or I guess I passed the Mind Challenge test. And that's my turn. And now I want to go to the Forest of Gloom, and let's see if I can take on this one. Okay, so I'm going to move to the Forest of Gloom. Boop. And I'm going to spend... Man, what do I want to spend? Oh, got to get rid of this. Let's spend this 3. Okay. It's a 2, which is equal to the danger value, which means I got to fight the 3. And you know what? Yeah, I'm going to do this. I'm going to spend this 3 to take it out, which means I get 3 more magic because I used a power card to do it. So I'm at 6. And the reason I'm doing that is because I see at this Tower of Death, I need to spend 4 magic to get past room number 3. So I kind of want to stock up on magic. So, okay. Yeah, let's take this guy on, the Pink Ice Slime. So I could do this 5, but what I want to do is I'm going to play this 4 because the color match, so that means I get a heal. Hey, what do you know? Got a 2. That's pretty good for the blue. So 4 plus 1. I've got a 5 right now. It needs to be 7. Oh, exactly. Jeez. 7. So I beat that guy, and oh, dang. That's fine. I win, so I get an agility plus 1. So now my agility is going to be at 3. And I think you can probably see why some people use dice to keep track of this, because it's kind of a bit fiddly to have to always move these cards and stuff, so anyways, that's fine. So I've done that, and hey, what's nice is I have 6, so I can actually enter the Tower of Death now. So the rest of me playing is going to be just trying to get stronger to do that. Okay, so I do that, and I have to show a strength card or I lose a card. And I don't have a strength card, so I'm going to lose a card, and not the best, but not the worst. So I'm just going to go ahead and lose this 5. And do I want to lose the 5? No, you know what? I'm going to lose the 3 instead. Boom. And that's the turn. And I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna move to the Castle of Light, use this as the move card. It's a 2 versus 0. I don't fight the shadow, and now I'm gonna rest here because now I can get the most cards. So let's rest. Up to 6. 2, 3, 4. Nice. 5. Oh, 6. Oh, shoot. The 0 is pretty good. Dang. You know, I was going to get stronger, but to go against Elzuf, but I wonder... No, I don't... Man, it's going to be pretty risky to go right now. And the only reason I'm thinking that is because... Man, that is tough. Oh, shoot. I forgot the... Dang, I'm not the best at that. The event thing. That's... Because there were no events. I was supposed to draw another one. My bad. Yikes. I guess the variables might have changed on this one because of me forgetting to do that, but that's fine. Village of Dawn, the event would have gone there, which would have been one of these that I drew, so that's okay. Okay, yeah, so I did that. Let's see what my events are, and then I'll figure out what I want to do, so. Okay. Oh, and actually... I'm getting very far ahead of myself. Okay, so the event that I drew here was because I forgot to refill the events after I defeated this one. So now, because I'm at the end of my turn, I drew back up to 6. I don't gain any magic because I'm at the 0 for the Castle of Light. Now, I do the pacing. So I take this away. I have one more here, which means I actually have 2 more turns because I can get rid of it one turn and do a whole nother turn, and I just can't draw another one. I'm going to take this whole discard deck, put it underneath, and now we're ready to draw the events. Okay, I was getting excited. Swamp of Tales, boop, gonna go there, and then Woods of Mana, and this one's gonna go over here, and that's gonna get rid of the Village of Dawn one. Okay, so... How do I want to go about this? See, this is tough because I don't have the best hand. I also don't have the worst hand. So what I'm kind of thinking is, so to get to the Tower of Death, I can get past the first room because I have a total of 6 here. The second room, I have to discard a Fairy Dust, which I have. The third room, I need to get rid of 4 magic, which I have. And then I need to fight Elzuf. And I need to pass a test of either strength, agility, or what's its face? You know, I think I might. Yeah, I think I'm gonna roll the dice. Yeah, I have to pass a test of 13 of one of my attributes. But what's nice is, oh no, this isn't the one. Never mind. Shoot. There's one Tower of Death where you keep getting to repeat the test. But in this one, if I lose, I teleport out of the Tower of Death, which means I die and I lose my game. So that means I don't want to do this yet. And the reason why I don't want to do it is because the highest value I'm going to have is a 2 plus a 3, which is a 5, or 4 plus 1, which is a 5. And to get to 13, I know there's no cards in there that would actually beat that. So let us progressively get stronger then. So I'm going to go to the Swamp of Tales, and I'm going to play a little bit conservatively here. So let's go to the Swamp of Tales, do a 1. Going up against a 2, it's a 1, so that means I fight this 1. I'm just going to use my magic to get rid of it. So this is going to go to a 5. And now I'm going to do the Mysterious Cave action. And I'm going up against it with a yellow. So I don't have any yellows, but I'm going to play this 4. And for the 4, let's see. It's an yellow one, so I get +2 to that. So I'm at a value of a 6. So nice. +3, which is 9, which beats the 8. So I get a yellow stat. Boop. And I get 1 magic. So I go back up to 6. There we go. And then I trash this event. There's still 1 event on the board, so I don't need to refresh immediately, which is good. And now after this, yeah, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to travel back to the Castle of Light. I'm going to spend my... Oh, let's get rid of this guy. The 2. It's a 4, so I don't fight that 2. And I'm just going to go ahead and rest, because I'm going to try and build up my hand. So when we rest, I get to discard what I want. So I'm going to discard these 2 with hopes of me getting more powerful cards. I draw back up to 6. 2, 3, please. 4, well, that's better. 5, 6. What I was really hoping for was a powerful... Man, I don't even know how I'm going to do this. I was really hoping for a powerful, like a 5 value for my blue or something. Or yellow, really. Just not the pink, which is what I got. So, okay. Let's see. So we've got that. I don't gain any magic. I do this guy as pacing. I discard here. Oh, man. And this is actually my last turn. Shoot. So I actually have to go at him. So, okay, that's that. And now let's reveal some events. Old Village of Dew, which goes here. The colors match, so this event goes away. Next event, Plane of Sorrow, which is over here and doesn't matter. And you know what? I really have no choice but to go and try my hand at the Tower of Death. And unfortunately, I don't think I have enough to beat it, but we'll give it a shot. So, okay, I'm going to move to the Tower of Death. I'm going to spend a 0, which means even if I fight it, which I will be, because it's equal to or less than, because the shadow has a health of 0, I don't actually fight anything. So that's why I really like that 0 card. So, well, let's do it. So, okay, enter the Tower of Death. Room 1, Magic Barrier. I have to have all my stats equal to, when you add them all up, they have to be equal to or greater than 6, which I have 7, so I'm good. I go to Room 2, the Secret Door. I can discard a fairy card or a shock 1, which means I lose a card from hand randomly, and I'm going to discard my Fairy Dust. So that goes up on the top over here. Now I go to Room 3. I can spend 4 magic or shock 1. So I have the 4 magic, so this becomes a 2. And unfortunately, oh man, that is really unfortunate. Yeah. So now I go to Room 4, which is Elzuf, and I get to fight Elzuf. So I got to try and do a test of 13 for any color that I want. And man, if I only increased my strength, I would have done a lot better. Oh, wait, you know what? I might have a chance. I forgot the skill I got. Right after I play a test card, for each yellow I discard, my test becomes +2. 8. What's 8 plus 5? Oh my gosh. I think I have a chance. Okay, here we go. Check it out. So, yeah, so let us do... Oh, man, this is going to be tight. So I'm going to play a 5 for the test card. And I'm going to be going up the strength against 13. Yes, and because my colors match, I get to draw a card. Please be yellow. Oh my gosh. I think I might have it. Okay, cool. Okay, so, and here's why I am very excited. So, okay, so I strength of 5, I healed, so now I'm going up against the test of 13 for strength. I add a 1, so this is going to be a 6, but my skill determination, right after I play a test card, for each yellow that I discard, oh, okay, right after I play a test card. So I think I played it, and that's before, so this would have to happen before I healed. So I think, technically, I can only do this for, yeah, because it says right after I play a test card, because the way the test cards work are, you play the test card, and then step 2, you heal. So, okay, never mind. I'm going to use determination. So this would have happened before I healed and got this yellow one right here. So I'm going to discard this, which means I get +2 to my test. So, yeah, my head was, I was hoping that I could discard this as well to get another 2, but that's not how it's going to work. So, okay, so I get +2. So 2 plus 5 is 7, plus 1 is 8, and I need a 13. So quite literally, this must be a 5 in this card right here to win the game. If not, I get teleported out of the Tower of Death and I die. So, let us see. It's a 1. And the 1 means my value is a 1 plus 5 plus 2, which is what? 8 plus that, and that makes 9. Not enough to defeat Elzuf. And it says lose, teleport to the Garden of Mushrooms, which would be over here. But if you ever get teleported out of the Tower of Death, you die a miserable death. And even if I didn't die, there's no way I could spend enough cards to make it back to him. So, a valiant effort. So anyways, that's it. That is the standard, what I consider the standard way of playing Adventure of D 2nd Edition. So like I said, I'm going to have other videos that showcase different ways to play this game. One's going to have the environment cards, and the other one I'm going to show you how that solo campaign works. So anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. Until next time, so long, farewell.